Hey, good morning. Greg Buckley here from Buckley's Auto Care, and today we have another doozy of an issue, an electronics issue that's causing a no start or a loss of cranking power, loss of battery power on an overnight. Okay, so it's a 2018 Ford Explorer, clean, well taken care of. However, the problem is that overnight the battery would fail to start the car, and it would lose, its cranking amps. Basically, it would run out of power. And there was already a PCM put in. Someone else had checked it out. So when we got it, we had to start from scratch on basically everything and question a couple of things. But we started off with a fresh battery, of course, because the battery was weak. And we always want to test with a brand new battery, right? Because it's going to have all the capacity we need. We know it's fresh. It's where we want to start. So under here are fuses. We had to check all of our fuses. We had to check all the power control, or the PCM, its operations, all the components that you see here, because we were looking for a voltage drop. A voltage drop is where electricity leaks out of, okay? Instead of having, let's say, 12 volts to start, maybe you're going to get down to 11, maybe 10. Anyway, there's a leak, kind of like think of a bucket of water with holes in it. And those holes, that's where the water's going to go out. Well, voltage, electricity, is going to find its least path of resistance to ground, earth. We were experiencing a 2 amp drop that was consistent and all the time. And it was kind of, well, we know what problem we have, but where do we find it? Now, on these newer cars, it could be anywhere. There are multiple modules, there are multiple grounds, there are multiple ways that voltage can leak, and all of your components, from the body control module, PCM, ABS, you name it. And it's a tedious task. So we're looking at over everything over here, but guess what? Let's go back to tell you where the problem was found, okay? And I'm going to try and show you right here. Do you see the blue right in this area here, the corrosion? And do you see the darker pin? That is the rear camera connector. And what's happening is, let's go back up here. This tubing runs all the way up, and if you can see, it runs here, okay? That's the camera washer tube to keep the camera clean so that you can see properly out the back. Well, that tube at this connector right in here was leaking onto it, which was causing water to allow and to enter the connector piece, causing a short, which in turn was turning on the PCM and the BCM, allowing it to fire up systems that didn't need to be fired up, typically the security. So what we have to do is, one, we're probably going to have to replace that camera because we can't get the harness or the connector, all right? And we're going to have to reroute that wire or that tubing in the back. But it emphasizes the fact of how much you have to know, how much information you have to have, the skills you need to track and trace and fix this type of issue. The advice that I give everybody is, when you come to these kind of things, patience is key, because we know it's irritating not being without your vehicle. However, nothing is cut and dry anymore. Not when it comes to electronics and the high-tech situations and options that we have in today's vehicles. So it's going to become more and more common to have issues like this, because things are going to wear out, and it's going to be one where we have to find it. And this is the processes that we have to take: the diagnostic equipment, the tools, the knowledge, and the know-how to take care of these issues. So it's a big find, but that's what we're known for, and that's what we do. Anyway, I wanted to bring that to your attention because it's such a different thing than finding a misfire or a bad spark plug or a bad wire or, a bad brake, those kind of things. This is intricate stuff. This is needle in the haystack kind of things. All right, well, look, that's enough of that. Anyway, Greg Buckley, Buckley's Auto Care. Have yourself a great day. Enjoy this beautiful weather we have here in the Delaware area today. My gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous. All right, I'll talk to you later. Have yourself a great day.